going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go. But clearly, we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign of what's going to happen to these other workers moving forward.
E-commerce and spent a lot of money in retail.
Interesting to see that on digital payments. I want to ask you about cryptocurrency and Bitcoin. So Visa's announcement today is essentially a crypto software program. What's Visa's role going forward in this whole ecosystem if the point is really to be decentralized and they say that they don't need traditional payment rails? How does Visa fit into that bigger picture here for crypto?
Well, we're an enabler, and we don't pick winners and losers. And to the degree that crypto becomes a accepted form of exchange for buying goods and services, we want to be there. We look at crypto in two categories, Kate. There's first the Bitcoin, which typically is something that people buy more as an investment. And then there's cryptocurrencies and central bank digital currencies, which we see as potential for making purchases. And what Visa brings to the party is it quickly will enable a user or an owner of a cryptocurrency or a something like a Bitcoin and be able to convert that currency into a fiat currency on a Visa credential, and then immediately allows them to spend at any one of the 70 million places that Visa is used around the world. And so we are working with 35 different wallets around the world, much more than any of our other competitors, where we are enabling people to convert that digital currency to a fiat currency and then go spend it immediately. So it provides enablement of people being able to make purchases and helps complete that last mile for somebody who wants to actually.
Welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, you know I come with that video just to make you think. Now we have Ethereum futures coming up this month on the 8th. We also have Grayscale opening back up the trust at around the same time. Now, if we go back to 2017, we know before the actual CME Bitcoin futures, they ran Bitcoin up to 20,000. And what happened after that? They drove it down to 3,000. Now we have Bitcoin and we have Ethereum. Now we see why they ran up Bitcoin to 40,000. And also we have Ethereum moved up to 1,500. Why? Because they're coming in to do what? Take your money. They're going to drive it right back down. Now, just like I stated, I don't think we're moving back down to the $3,000 and $4,000 range, but they're definitely going to ride this baby back down. We know it, guys. We've been at, it's the same picture. Same thing with the stock market, guys. They just did the same thing. So, guys, you can't fall for the same move every time. They're not driving this thing up to $100,000 yet. The reason why, first of all, they don't have the liquidity to do it. And then also, guys, we're all based on speculation. So, yes, they drove it up. We had plenty of liquidity. We have a lot of these repos closing. Now they're going to drive it on down because why? Because they need the money to build this fourth industrial revolution, Society 5.0. Remember, guys, it's a plan behind this. Remember, when it comes to the New World Order, everything is planned out. For the past few weeks, guys, I've been talking about USDC being put on Stellar. Now Jeremy comes out. We know it's the orchestrator of the actual stablecoin along with Brian Brooks. So basically says today USDC was launched on Stellar, including a full suite of UX API services, from Circle Pay to light up the USDC on the Stellar blockchain. This has been a great collaboration with Danielle Dixon and the team of Stellar, and in part of the broad commitment to bring USDC to billions around the world. Now, I want y'all to hear that. Billions, guys, around the world. So this is how the US dollar is still going to keep strength. It's not going to be the world reserve currency. I've been over it tons of time. It's not going to be the world reserve currency anymore, but it still gives it its power. Even though China, we know, is going to rise and America to Babylon is going to take a back step, and this still will give the US dollar the liquidity, and that's what it needs. So therefore, it can maintain a little bit of power here. But we have Stellar has built a growing community and ecosystem of wallets, exchange, and fintech partners with deep focus on low-cost cross-border payments. As we know, cross-border payments are a key case for USD settlement. Immediately, people, businesses, and developers can connect and convert to and from banks into USDC on Stellar and swap and exchange instantly from Brazil Real, Argentina Peso, Nigerian Naira, Euro, and the South African Rand. And then not only will this unlock new chain of foreign exchange markets, but will help people across the world, including the emerging markets, to access the power of the digital dollar and have seamless convertibility with local stable coins. And then also he talks about the multi-chain USDC launches. So basically you have Ethereum, Algorand, Solana, and then of course Stellar. So guys, we know how big cross-border payments are, and then also, guys, immediate settlement. It just improves liquidity. Just like I said, payments are moving like messages now at the speed of light. So, but guys, we know the end game, and that's total control. So we see how technology can definitely be so wonderful, so great, but we know that this technology is only in the hands of the few. But guys, the reason why I did this video, because there's going to be a lot of hype around Bitcoin and Ethereum over the next few days. I do not want you to get caught into that. So the fact is, yes, we're moving up at this time. But guys, I go over it every single month. We move up right around this time anyway after the CME futures. But we're definitely going to have a pullback. We know these facilities are going to be closing. And then also, guys, we have CME, Grayscale manipulating the price. And we know for a fact, even though Ethereum is at 1,600, we know for a fact that it's going to be coming down. So in less than 2.5 months, guys, they ran this up the same way they did in 2017, and they're going to drive it back down. So for those newbies that are coming into the space, seeing cryptos actually moving up, you want to take advantage of these pumps and dumps, because we're definitely going to have a volatile rest of the year. The same way if you go back to 2018, we're right back there, because no matter what anybody tells you that this is different, because you see a few institutional investors, it's not different, because we still don't have those real use cases yet, except for when it comes to stable coins. That's it. Everything else is speculation. We're waiting for that utility. We know how great Ethereum is going to be. Already been over that. I can go from 10,000 to 50,000 real quick, just based off LIBOR, the derivative swaps. I understand that. I know that. But we're in the right now. So the fact is, right now, it's a gambling casino. And I don't want them to take your money, because we know what? Their job is to take your money. You have a wonderful day.